Perfect. No stress. Phenomenal. Welcome back to, I want to say, episode 15 or 16 of this. We're somewhere in there. It's on YouTube. Find us. Drop a like. Leave a comment. I'm kidding.
Everybody like and subscribe.
Anyway, recap for me, someone. For it's been a while and a lot happened. So for 1,200 credits,
Oh, okay.
if someone successfully recaps.
If you
So
like and subscribe, you will succeed on your death save.
this
Probably
might have
not.
been 2 sessions ago, but I'm going to start where we came to this planet from our ship, along with that incompetent guy who we made friends with. I can't remember his name 100%. Sprook. He's sleeping. Porter. He's sleeping in Sprook's quarters, and Sprook wants to kill him. We got to this temple where we met these researchers. They offered to pay us extra to bring their little robot or device around and map out all the rooms in this temple. First thing we did was go through a big ominous looking door by pulling 2 chains to the center of a room, and I'm pretty sure Tektrif used his lightsabers to fuse them together. We went further down some stairs. We went into a room that had like a darkness puzzle. We solved that, and then we came down some more stairs, fought some energy spiders. Then we went into this room with the book. Oh, yes, I remember. Last session started. We were in the room with the skin book, and there were 4 sarcophaguses we had to open in various ways. One of them was super heavy and jade, and we just lifted that straight up. Another one was like locked with a bunch of mechanical and electronic locks, so on and so forth. And we opened all of those. They had a big Sith puzzle, or like a puzzle slash prophecy put together. We put that in the hands of a big statue. He opened up another door. We went into the room, and Tektrif and I were you're good. We were tortured, but we submitted to it so that the rest of the party could fight some robots. Thanks, honey. What happened after that? Oh, Tektrif got his hand and his foot chopped off, and I Miyagi'd his foot back on. And then we went into this other room as a part of the second to last trial, I think. We passed out. All the Force users were all having visions.
That was all the organics.
Yeah, all the organics. Nax blew up Kashyyyk. I saw my old Jedi Master. Saxon was Saxon was in a little cage. It was creepy. I don't remember everybody else's, but that's everything I remember. If anybody else has anyone they want to throw in.
Great. That's a pretty effective recap. Yeah. We were going through the trials of the Sith. Somehow, when you came down into the undercroft of this buried temple deep in the ground, you managed to accidentally trigger the activation of a trials program. So you were spoken to by a holographic image of Elicorus Desalius, who is, you're not sure, but at some point he was the leader of this group of dark side acolytes called the Ordu Ancognium. He instructed you on how to begin your trials and said that it basically was complete them or die. But upon completing them, you would be a Sith of the Ordu Ancognium. As you entered the 4th trial, which was the trial of the spirit, all of the organics fell unconscious and begin to have strange, incredibly realistic visions. So far, the only member of the organics to escape their vision was Tektrif, due to his unflappable, just absolutely unflappable demeanor. The Force is strong with this one. The rest of you are still in some... What's that, Tech?
I said it's true. I cannot be flapped. I am unflappable.
But yes, the Force is strong with the baby Jedi. The rest of you are in some stage of your particular trial of spirit, except for M3, M4, and poor Minor, who are being beset upon by a pair of, well, it's one, but it became 2 somehow. of torture droids who are quite adequate at elimination and removal. So we'll pick up. We're going to start right at the top of initiative order. And Spruik, I know you were not able to join us, so your vision. Don't worry, I have one for you. Will begin immediately. And since Spruik is at the top of the order, we're going to jump right in. Spruik.
Can you skip me for a second?
Yes. Plick is not here, and he will remain trapped in his force vision until he either gets to play again or we just yeet him out of it. We will see where we go with that. So we go back to Za Warudo. At the last moment of your force vision, you stood before a council of Jedi Masters who were informing you aggressively that you were not to be trained, and had said that you would be taken because you were dangerous, taken as a prisoner and sent to the spice mines of Kessel. You see yourself standing now before a fully force-infused, force-filled council of Jedi. A man with incredibly dark skin has ignited a purple lightsaber in these long, deep robes. He stands before you and he says, "Will you submit to your imprisonment, Za Warudo?" Za?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
There we are.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Hey. Yeah, I've been able to hear you guys the whole time. I guess you haven't heard me for anything, huh?
Well, we can now.
False. I had a whole joke about holy buttholes and everything.
Yeah, really glad that my drawing wasn't on the recording.
Oh, that is unfortunate. You should tell us to it.
No.
So, surrounded by a council, guy who's definitely not Mace Windu has a saber and is threatening to imprison me. That's setting the scene. Okay. No, I won't submit to being a prisoner because I've done that already and I don't want to do that again. So you're going to have to kill me.
You have chosen your fate then, Warudo. So be it. As he says this, he, with blinding speed, leaps with his blade lift high and brings it down to slash. You have just an instant to react as he comes down with an overhead slash. Your lightsaber is attached to your belt. Your Shoto saber.
Okay. Well, I mean, this feels pretty real, right?
Yeah, as far as you can tell, this is incredibly real.
I feel like I have to fight the instinct to block it because I definitely would rather die than go back to prison or slavery, not prison, although I guess it's the same thing. I'll just kind of I'll put my hand on my saber, but I'm gonna fight the urge to lift it and block and just open myself to better dead than a slave.
Very well. As you reach down, you grasp your saber. In that moment, you relinquish control, and as you do, the purple blade slices to you from shoulder to hip. You feel intense, searing pain for just an instant before everything dissolves, and for a moment, you find yourself in blackness, pitch dark, as you were before the vision started, and you hear a voice say, "Relinquishing control is the first step to gaining power." And then slowly, your eyes blink, and you find that you're laying on the ground, back in the temple. You see Tech slowly putting his feet back on the ground, and you see and hear the clank of steel on steel, or dunium on dunium, and blaster fire as you've come back to the reality that you know. And you can see that M3 and M4 are in combat with another one of the torture droids, and the rest of your friends, other than Tech, are still unconscious, lying on their grounds. You are prone at the moment, but you are now awake.
Okay.
Well done, Za. That is the end of your turn. All right, Saxon. Saxon first, then M4. Saxon, your vision, you were trapped in a cage. And in around you, you saw other Ugnaughts being slowly sliced open and modified. Droid parts were being added into them. You see one that's been sliced from sternum to midriff, and they're slowly adding some kind of metal chassis to the interior of the Ugnaught skin. You're not certain what it does, but it has a claw-like pincer arm that comes out of the center. Another has the left side of its head, its face removed, and they're inserting an optical unit into the poor Ugnaught's skull. I believe that you had the cage had opened and you had escaped. Or you had like rolled to escape the grasp of the droid.
Yeah, we can, or we can say that I was looking for any exposed wiring on it.
Well, you are in a cage, so let's pick up right as a what appears to be a B2 super battle droid swipes some kind of recognition card and unlocks your cage, and it reaches in to attempt to grab you by the scruff of your neck. So you may roll a dexterity save to attempt to dodge the B2 droid if you'd like.
Happily, yes. That's a natural one. God damn it.
A natural one. All right. So Saxon, as the droid reaches in, you attempt to roll quickly. And as you roll and come up, you find that you have rolled right into the hand, your neck, straight into it. You stand in here as the droid grabs you around the neck, and you hear, "You will serve the Overlord. He will be pleased with your joining the collective." As the droid turns and begins to carry you to an empty table. As you approach the table, go ahead.
Much like a child who is being dragged along, Maxon's like flailing about. Could he like reach back and like use his legs to scissor lock on the elbow joint and like swing out?
Roll an acrobatics check.
This will probably end terribly. Actually, no, that's an 18 on a roll, and acrobatics is a 20, not natural.
Very good. So pretty easily you manage to wrap your little legs around the arm and kind of wiggle free a little bit. So you're now clinging to the creature's arm, or to the battle droid's arm as it hangs there. It goes, "Error. This does not quantify." And he starts to try to shake you off of him.
Much like Spider-Man, we're gonna crawl to the top of its head.
Roll a just roll a dexterity check for me.
That's a it's +3. It's 15.
15. Easily enough. As it shakes, you manage to just hang on just a little bit as you crawl, and you're now at a base, clinging to sort of the neck. If the head is right here, you're clinging on to the top of the chassis. The droid is going to attempt to blast you off of it.
As it would.
Yes, as you crawl up to it, the droid's other arm goes, and you see the wrist launcher point towards you. The droid...
Do I have a chance to react to it?
Not at the moment. We'll see what it rolls.
Fair enough.
Oh my goodness, it rolled a natural 3. So as the droid aims its wrist launcher at your head, you go, oh, and duck your head down just in time for a pair of wrist blasts to pew, 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 right over the top of your head. You do have just a moment to react now.
Can I like pull myself up to its head and then punch down into it and try and like rip out some wires?
Roll a Tinker's Tools check for me.
Oh.
With disadvantage because you're hanging onto a droid that's trying to shake you off.
Fair enough. I have proficiency. So it's shit. What is it? It's saving dexterity plus proficiency. Is that it?
Whatever your tinker's tool check is. Should be intelligence, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that makes much more sense. All right, cool. That's a 15 at disadvantage.
Very good. Easily enough, you manage to stab your hand down in there and you find a hunk of wiring. And you, just as you grasp your hand around it, you hear the droid, its eyes light up and its head begins to spin in a circle. And a siren emits from it. As the siren goes off. And that will end Saxon's turn this time. It will be M4. Yes, Saxon clinging to a B2 super battle droid holding a chunk of wiring as it screams in alarm.
Yep.
It is now
I'm back to
M4's
being ready,
turn.
Josh.
Great. Once M4 finishes up, we'll hop back to you, okay?
No, it's fine. Go ahead with Spruik. M4 is
Okay.
fine.
Great. M4 is in. Heather just texted me and said, "Did you just howl?"
Well, let Spruik go and then M4 can go. How's that? Since he's here.
Great.
Yeah.
Spruik, as time has been a little weird for you. You've been very frustrated by the fact that Porter took your hammock, and it's built up, and you haven't really been paying attention. You've been kind of phoning it in ever since you got into the Uncroft, or sort of letting everyone guide you. You could give a shit about the trials. You really don't care. But as you hit the trial of the spirit, you feel the force blast you for just a moment, and you blink and blink, and your eyes mist and tear up, and for just an instant you can't see, and you rub your and as your vision clears, you hear a familiar sound, the melodic cawing of a Shio bird, a native creature to your home planet of Kashyyyk. As you kind of blink and come into focus, you find yourself on a platform made of wood, a rich, deep brown. The grain is smooth, as if it's been sanded expertly. You see thick, massive trees all around you, and you recognize the shape of the trees, the size, the smell of the Warshire trees, the native trees to the jungles of Kashyyyk. You can smell the Goral slugs slime as they crawl from the top back into the depths. As the sun rises in Kashyyyk, you can see the small cancels like dragonflies with large eyes as they flit and float around. Spruik, you are back on Kashyyyk, on your knees on a landing platform, rare but not uncommon on the planet. The Wookiees have been known to build a few landing platforms to accommodate the occasional guest, as long as it's made out of 100% natural, unchopped down wood. Essentially, they find naturally fallen wood and use it to build their platforms. You hear on your native planet, it feels good to be home, and it feels like you're home. But just as you begin to sort of soak in the comforts, the natural feelings, you realize that something is not right. You hear a voice in the distance say, "Load these two up with the others. They'll do wonderfully at the Moore installation." And as you look up and begin to focus on your surroundings, you realize that your wrists are stun cuffed together. You cannot separate them, and every time you try to pull, you're electrocuted slightly. And as you look, you see men in uniform, black and gray, with blue and red bars that give them or signify some sort of rank. There are soldiers, almost like clone troopers, but different, in white armor, carrying E11 blaster rifles. They have rounded up many Wookiees, all of them stun cuffed, and they're being loaded into this large shuttle. It has 3 wings, 2 that point up on the side, 1 in the middle. As you look up, just glancing towards the voice that you heard, you see 2 familiar Wookiees, older, some gray in their fur after the centuries of life. They're your parents, both stun cuffed and being led up the ramp of the shuttle. They look as if they've been not cared for well. They have blood matted and dried in their fur. Some cut marks appear on their back as if they've been whipped. And as they get to the edge of the shuttle, your mother turns back and you hear a cry, not a word, but a cry, as she sees you stun cuffed to the landing platform. And that is the moment you find yourself in, Spruik.
Stun cuffs. What's the possibility of me trying to break them if I exert every bit of effort I can?
You can certainly try.
I would like to do that.
Very good. Roll a strength check, please.
Should be a d20 plus 5, and I think I'm proficient in strength checks.
Yeah, strength save.
All right, D20. Oh, God, I'm sorry. And strength is a +5, so that'd be 11.
11?
Okay.
Sorry, Spur.
As you pull, the fear boils in you slightly. As you pull, you feel like of electricity, and you're not able to break the cuffs on the first try. A soldier walks up to you in a mask, a white armor with black eyes. In his hands, you see him as he ignites a vibro whip, and he stares at you and he says, "Careful, Wookie. I've whipped for less." You have another moment.
What else is around me? Is there anything else? Anything I can see that's loose on the ground or anything like that?
There's nothing really on the ground, but you are in on your knees in a line with several other Wookiees waiting for your shuttle to come. There's a guard a few feet to your right that carries a blaster rifle. There's a guard right in front of you holding a vibro whip.
Shit. Can I guess I'll just try to break it again.
Sure, you have another chance to break it. You can try one more time.
All right. Better roll. Okay, that is a better roll. 16. 1-6.
16. This time, Spruik. As your parents begin to be loaded up the ramp and onto the shuttle, with just an extra burst of rage, you manage to bear through the shock as you rip the cuffs briefly. The guard cries out, "This one's escaped!" And that will end your turn for the moment, as you have freed yourself from the stun cuffs. And we'll jump back into it. M4.
Roger. So still protecting Saxon, M4 is gonna take a 5-foot step backwards. Aim the blaster rifle and shoot. One of these is a hologram, so we're gonna go with let's go with the right one. We got a clear shot on him. With a blaster rifle.
Roll your attack.
That's a 7 to hit.
7 does not hit. As M4 aims his blaster rifle with extreme dexterity, the torture droid just as blaster bolts fly left and right, not just like Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Float like butterfly, hit like truck.
The new thing for Astromechs does not come into play here since Saxon is unconscious, though within 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Hopefully Saxon wakes up soon. Otherwise, he might become half droid.
Who knows? And M4's done.
Very good. Nax, it is your turn. Nax, you actually find that you as you stand on the bridge of this Star Destroyer and you watch Kashyyyk burn, not slowly, but quickly, a slow burn. And as you watch, it feels like mere moments have passed when almost the entire northern hemisphere of the planet is ablaze. Slowly, you can actually, with the sensor readouts on the ship that you're on, you can see the atmosphere begin to pollute and collapse. As even the lower half of the planet suddenly is exposed to the raw elements of space, and the radiation from the sun begins to cook what isn't already on fire. In less than an hour, with one ship, Nax, you have effectively destroyed all life on Kashyyyk. And as you go ahead,
sorry. I was gonna turn to the guy who my like number one or whatever who's telling me like, are you going to issue the command?
Yes,
and I'm just gonna ask
he's
him.
Still there.
Did we really just do that?
Of course we did, sir. These were the Emperor's orders, and I have to say, Admiral, you have executed them flawlessly.
All I had to do was say one word and commit genocide.
The privilege of command, Admiral. I am sure that you don't need to be told that your previous exploits have earned you the rank that you're at. Now, sir, I believe the Emperor would be expecting your report.
The Emperor.
You may use...
Right.
Yes, Admiral. You may use your quarters just off to the side. Your ready room is prepared.
I'm going to point in the direction that he's looking at. Over there?
He points the other direction. No, Admiral, your ready room. Just over there.
Thank you.
I'll have the comms officer dial up the Emperor for you immediately.
Thank you. And I'll just be like walking in the daze.
You actually aren't walking. You're sitting on that little repulsor chair. You have your own floating repulsor chair. So it seems to have a neural uplink as well. So you don't need to touch any buttons. You just think, and the chair floats in the direction that you want it to go. It's a pretty sweet chair. As you float into the ready room, you see a very nice, small, stately room. It has a desk that is off in the corner with a large view screen so that you have an excellent view of space. There's a small table with some tea elements in case you wanted to make your tea. Excuse me. And in the back of the room, you see a full-sized kitchen for when the captain or the admiral needs some time to himself to bake the stress away. As you come to the desk, a visage pops up, a hologram that fills the side of the room that you're in. Just the head, a hooded figure. I have a robe for this. It's not going to work. A hooded figure stands before you. You can only see his nose and his mouth, horribly wrinkled and scarred. And he says, "Report, Admiral."
I didn't.
The Wookiees have been destroyed.
Their planet has, but hopefully not all.
Good, good. This will send a message to the rest of the galaxy. They will think twice before defying the Galactic Empire. You are to be commended, Admiral. Return to Coruscant. Your next mission awaits. And as the hologram fades, Nax, so does your vision. Slowly, you blink and see that as the visage of the Emperor fizzles, the room has shifted almost instantly without you really noticing. And you're staring at the roof of some old rundown building, dirt sprinkling down, and you hear the sounds of a fight nearby. As you look up and sort of look around the room, you realize that you're back in the undercroft of the buried temple as you have come awake from your vision. And I would not tell Spruik about this. Just a suggestion. Well done. Next, Tarek.
I'm here.
Your turn. Your vision ended with a conversation with your old master, Ayla Sakura, where she revealed that when she came to rescue you, she had a vision, a premonition from the Force, knowing that to her, she knew that if she had saved you, if she had brought you from your imprisonment and your torture herself, you would have died in the betrayal of the clones. She didn't know what the betrayal was or what it could have meant at the time, but only saw that by saving you, she would in fact have killed you. And you stand after having this moment revealed to you as she is before you, hooded slightly, and she shimmers as if she's not really there. A slight blue incandescent light. Now that you're really looking, you notice it, that she's there, but she isn't.
Like Force Ghosty?
Very Force Ghosty, yes. Okay. I was trying to be more subtle about it so that it didn't sound like I was just like, she's a Force Ghost. Here she is, Force Ghost.
I appreciate what you were going for.
But yeah, at the end of this conversation, she smiles at you with true happiness, and she says, I'm glad you live. The path is yours to choose now. It always has been. Let the Force guide you. I haven't had anything to teach you in a long time, Derek. But you would have made a wonderful Jedi.
Tarek's going to hang his head and say, thank you, Master.
When you look up from hanging your head, you see a different figure. This one is not the shimmering blue. This one is solid. A black robe, hooded. And as the eyes look up, you see brilliant orange eyes and red skin. Inside, as the hood comes back, you see the red-skinned Twi'lek, the female who you were tortured and imprisoned with. Her flesh is cut and scarred. You see that over her chest and shoulders, strange rune-like marks have been cut into her, as if her skin was used, her body was used for a ritual itself. She stands with great power, and you hear as she hisses at you, so you did come to find me. It will be the last mistake you make. As she pulls a long saber blade, her hilt from her robe, she clicks and twists the blade, and out of one end, a 6-foot lightsaber blade emits, deep red, twice as long as the standard blade. And she, putting a foot on the pedestal before her, the table that you had been tortured on, she leaps in the air with a great overhead slash and screams as she jumps in the air to slash down at you. You have a moment to react.
I can't remember if I was standing or not, but I'm going to go ahead and just kneel really quick and look right up at her and say, you're not real. That's it.
As you look up at her and say, you're not real, roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, no. Okay.
I want to know if you really believe what you're saying.
It's a 14.
A 14? Okay. You know, a 14 barely succeeds. So you don't believe it. You have come sort of to the premonition, the understanding that, sorry, I should not drink soda when I do this. The understanding that this is a vision. This can't be real. And as you do, she stops midair. And a wicked smile shows broken teeth, gnarled and yellow. And she says, you hear, without her opening her mouth, you hear a voice ring through your mind. Obroa Sky. So, OB, you're gonna want to write this down.
Is this? Let me spell what I've. No, never mind. It's a different word. Okay, go ahead. OB.
OBROA SKAI.
Okay.
Obroa Sky, which you would recognize as
another Sith
rim
word.
Planet.
Oh.
No, it is a outer rim planet.
Shit.
And as this happens, the vision resumes as you feel the lightsaber pierce your forehead and split you from skull to waist. You feel the burn, you feel the pain. You take no damage, but you can feel as if your body has been sundered by a lightsaber, by incredible heat. And as soon as it splits you, a blinding flash, and you find yourself waking up inside of the room once more, back into the reality that you know. As you do, you reach up, and a trickle of blood on the tip of your forehead, where the blade would initially have touched, comes away with your fingertips.
Ooh.
He also gains 4 temporary HP because he starts his turn.
Yes!
Technically, all the things that would be happening in reality are happening to your bodies. So you all, if you were close enough to Za, would have gained 4 temporary HP.
Thanks, Zah.
Great. Tarek, that is the end of your current turn. M3, it's your turn.
Okay, great. He's just gonna curse under his breath, lazy organics, and then just gonna big knife on the one close to me. Reckless attack.
Go ahead.
23.
Oh yeah.
I am going to go ahead and try and re-roll that because I can do that. Just to see if I get higher. I do. So that is 14 points of kinetic damage.
Ooh.
And then bonus action, I'm going to expend a hit die to do what's called restorative rapid reconstruction. I just heal a hit die. I haven't used that yet, so I heal 14, and that's all I can do.
Great, you dealt what you healed what you hit.
What is
nice
your
job?
Hit die? What the fuck?
Probably a D10.
And he's got big con.
I mean, yeah,
Big
he's a
con
Very good. That's it, M3. Great, that's it, M3. Tech Triff, are you able to do things yet, or you? Because I know you're waking up. You finished your vision quickly.
Yep, I'm here.
Fantastic, Tech Triff. It is your turn. One hand and all, you see a combat scene unfolding before you.
Yeah, so Tektrif kind of wakes up really cloudy-headed and goes to kind of stand up and slips because he's using his left hand and a cauterized stump for his right hand. So I'm going to go ahead and use my movement to stand, and then from my hip, I'm just going to fling my lightsaber for a force throw attack.
Great, roll the attack.
Okay, hold on. It's been a second since I've done this.
You're fine. Gives me a second to look at mine.
So that's a 13 plus 2 plus.
So 15
4,
plus, which is 19, which will hit.
Yeah. Okay. For 1d8 damage. Hey, it's an 8.
Nice. Just 1d8.
Well, actually,
it's force throw.
1d8 plus 2 because I get my proficiency because I'm using a lightsaber.
Great. Which lightsaber did you use, actually?
Oh crap! Well, I stepped in it, so we might as well do it then. Because I rolled a 1d8, which is Tarth's lightsaber, not my 1d6 minus 1, which is
great
my starter. So I guess I need to roll a con save.
Wisdom save.
Wiz save.
Yes, roll a whiz save.
Oh boy.
What is that total?
6, 7. That is an 8 total. Because no. Hold on. Okay. 2.
I'm so excited.
6. I have proficiency 7, 8.
It's okay. Math is hard.
Yeah. No, it is an 8.
Perfect. So because we rolled the attack, I'm going to let it happen. As the blade returns to you, you feel as it enters your hand, you feel this voice in your head as it, and it's your voice too, is the crazy thing. You hear it say, "Stupid, useless, foolish, weak people, let them take my hand." And you, as you suddenly gain for just a moment an added action and are unable to control your rage. You have to lash out at the person nearest to you with your lightsaber, as you have lost the ability for the turn to distinguish friend from foe. So you need to either roll an attack against the newly awakened Nax or Zah, who are both prone to your left and right. I will let you decide which one you want to smack.
Okay, does M3 count since he is also 5 feet away from me?
Or that's not M4.
Oh, that is M4.
And that is M4, and sure.
Okay, so I've got 3 people, so 1, 2 is M4, 3, 4 is Nax, 5, 6 will be Zaw. Oh, crap. That's gonna be a 3 for Nax.
It's Nax. Roll an attack with your +2 martial lightsaber.
All right.
Oh,
So that's
no.
15, 16, 17, plus my strength.
If it's over 17, then it hits.
Okay, so it's a 17.
Great. Roll damage.
All right, that's gonna be 6, and it's a +2, so 8 damage.
8 damage. Nax, as you sit up from your vision, stunned, you hear this primal growl. And you look up and see this unstable red lightsaber. And even though you can't see Tektrif's eyes, you can see the veins in his neck popping as he raises the blade and slashes down at you and cuts just the tip of your snoot off. Just the tip of your snoot.
Oh, no,
You take 8 points of energy damage.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Tektrif, as soon as it happens, Tektrif, you regain control of yourself instantly. And find that. Do you have anything else to do on your turn? You've used action and added action for the anger.
Is vehemently apologizing a free action?
Sure, you can vehemently apologize, but that will not cleanse the taint on your soul.
What about the taint on my taint?
Gross. Just
That's it for me.
It is a free action. You can do that because you're within 5 feet of me.
What?
What was that?
He says something about you get something because you're within 5 feet of him. I think it's the.
Oh, the temporary HP?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Great.
Sorry, Nax.
Okay, so I get 4 temp HP?
Yes. It is now the torture bot's turn. The far right bot here takes a 5-foot step back, and a small antenna pops from the top of its head with a little dish, and it begins to spin, and you hear analyzing. And it is going to use the tech power tactical advantage. As it does, it scans the room with this red beam, and then you see a small, almost like beam of information be shot to its counterpart. So tactical advantage is choose a willing creature that you see within range until the power ends. The target's speed is doubled. It gains +2 to AC, has advantage on dexterity saving throws, gains an additional action on each of its turn. That action can only be used to take the attack action, dash, disengage, hide, or use object. So it is a super buff for droids. It's very cool.
What level spell is that? I'm sorry, I just want to know for no apparent reason whatsoever.
That is a 3rd level tech casting power.
That's why I don't have it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I fully expect you to get it at some point. It is quite fun.
Yes. Oh my god.
The second droid is going to take a 5-foot step forward and use one of its actions. No, I can take another 5-foot step. And then you're going to love it. It's going to, its chassis lifts slightly, revealing a rim of what appear to be nozzles coming out from the front, the sides, and the back. And then you hear a hissing sound. As this green vapor begins to pour out of its chest. And it is going to create a 20-foot radius toxic cloud. So I need to make a radius.
Oh, no. Oh, no, that's the whole room. Oh, fuck.
Essentially.
That is some of the room.
That's the whole room. But the room isn't even 20 feet across.
Fuck.
Okay, it's 30 feet, but still.
I have to adjust something because can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
My hotkeys are a problem occasionally.
Yeah, maybe you didn't harass your keys then.
So that it will be the whole room, as a matter of fact. I think I accidentally doubled the size.
Yeah, it seems. No, it's 20 feet.
Great. That's right. It is a 20-foot diameter. So all of you that are in this radius that are not immune to toxins, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. This is its first attack. It is the Toxic Cloud.
If we are still unconscious, does it still a regular con save?
No, it is disadvantage if you are unconscious because you are unconscious.
I'm conscious now, right?
Yes, I think Spruik and Saxon are the only ones that are still unconscious.
Yes. Constitution save.
Yes.
Awesome. They're both 7, so I got a 10.
Oof.
All right. Max got a 4 and Spruik got an 11. At disadvantage.
13.
Great. Keep going. 20, not natural.
And a 10 for tech.
10 for tech. What did Spruik get again, Aaron?
He got an 11.
An 11?
Disadvantage.
Very good. If you rolled 12 or 11 or less, 12 was the save barrier, you will be taking 28 points of poison damage.
God.
If you rolled 12 or higher, you will be taking 14 points of you do not have the poison condition, but you will have to roll another save at the start of your turn if you have not dispelled the gas.
28 Max is unconscious.
28 points.
That is my maximum hit points.
That is crazy.
That was 5d8, and I rolled it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tech Trip is also unconscious.
Yeah, well, you attacked me, motherfucker.
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
Is anyone still I know the droids are still conscious.
I'm conscious.
Brooke is still conscious.
Saxon is? He's down to from looking pretty all right to getting kicked in the balls pretty hard by poison. So
great. So Za, you are conscious?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Nax, Tech Triff, and Tarek. Tarek, are you conscious?
I am.
Great. So Nax and Tech Triff fall back into unconsciousness immediately. Spruik is still unconscious, but he's not like death saving throw unconscious. Okay, great. And that was its first attack. So
Jesus.
with its second attack, it pulls out its bio pistol and a purple beam shoots at M3. M3 does a 17, 18, 19, 24 hit you.
Yes.
Great. You are going to take 8 energy damage, and you are immune to poison. So you do not take the rest.
Got it. I'll have that because I'm raging.
Very good. And it's going to do that again. Shoot at you with its 21. And you are going to take 7 this time. All right. Great. And that is all the attacks that it gets this turn. Top of the round. Spruik, are you able to do things?
I can talk. Go ahead.
Fantastic. So you're still in your vision. You have just managed to free yourself of your bonds. You have a pretty nasty taste in your mouth that you can't explain, but doesn't seem important right now. As this stormtrooper in front of you with its vibro whip ignited whips it up to come and whip at you. You have a moment. You are free of your bonds now. Spruik?
Me talking to myself. I would like to force shunt the guy that has the whip.
You'd like to what?
Force shunt
Force
It's
shunt.
a power. Yeah, it's an at-will power.
Yes.
Okay, strength save. Force save is 10 plus 2 LT, 1 DK.
So it's a universal power. So it'll be 10 plus 2 is the save, and it's a strength save.
Great. He fails the save.
So he gets knocked prone and takes 1d4 of damage.
Got the D4. I'm sorry. My die roll sucks tonight. That's a 1.
That's fine. The important part is he's prone. As he brings the whip up with a roar of Wookiee rage, the force explodes in a wave out of you, and the stormtrooper is blasted backwards onto his back, and his head thunks on the ground. And he isn't dead, but you can sense his heartbeat because you're filled with force at the moment. But he's unconscious. As this happens, one of the officers, the one in particular who's been escorting your parents steadily up the shuttle ramp, turns, and into a comm link in his ear, he goes, "I think we've got a Jedi. Send help." As he raises a blaster pistol and fires a few shots at you. Spruik, roll a dexterity save, please.
Spruik $1 million baby, that one
okay,
guy.
I actually rolled well this time. Dexterity, so it'll be a 20, not natural.
20, not natural. Oh, with ease, Spruik, as the blaster pistol is raised, the force is coursing through you. You're allowing it to guide you, and at the same time using it to protect you. And with almost like a flash of pictures, flash, you see exactly where the blaster bolts are going to go. And without even breaking a sweat, you manage to move with great speed and agility, closing the distance, half the distance to the guard without a single blaster bolt even singeing your fur. It's as if you were able to not only predict, but feel and know where those bolts were going to be fired and just not be there. As you get halfway to your parents, the officer raises the gun once more, and he says, "He's coming." And just as you're about to finish closing the distance to the floor of the ramp, he points the pistol at your mother's head, and he says, "Stop!"
Spruik stops.
Put your hands on your head. Get on your knees, Wookie, or I'll blast her.
Spruik will get on his knees. He will not put his hands on his head.
Hands on your head, Wookie.
Yeah, okay, fine.
That's better. Now don't move. Help will be here soon. And that will end your turn for the moment, Spruik.
Oh, I was about to say something, but never mind.
No, you can say it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I? How far away is he?
He's maybe 15 feet. You're pretty close to the base of the ramp.
I was gonna ask if I could shoulder charge him, but
is that within shoulder charge range?
I mean, it's within my movement.
Great.
It's
shoulder charge.
Well within my movement.
See if you can roll. What do you roll for a shoulder charge?
I don't know that it's an actual thing.
Oh, you just want to charge up. You just want to make the move and charge.
Yeah, usually you just yell really loud and run.
Jump, potentially. It's a level 1 force ability.
He knows what force jump is. He uses that shit all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, force, but it's still. Do I have an action? Can I take an action?
Sure, we'll play. This is kind of like freeform. This is a vision. You can shoulder. You can attempt shoulder charge if you want.
Yeah, okay. If you're gonna let me do it, then I'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a charisma check for me. You're pretty pissed off, I'm assuming right now, yeah?
I'm a little annoyed.
Great. Roll a charisma save for me.
I'm so sorry, Jacob. It's a 4.
A 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Great. With a burst of energy from your knees, aided by force, Spruik, you launch into the air. As you do, the officer's eyes go wide, and just as you're about to crash into him, you hear a blaster shot, and then you hit him, knocking him to the ground. And that's where we'll end your turn this time. We'll find out soon if your mom.
That works.
I have
great.
a different die for you now.
Plick is in his, somehow Plick has actually managed to go into the treasure room in his force vision. He's like literally there, still trying to figure out why he can't loot any of the treasure.
He had the Aladdin cave.
Right, except that everything was either not real or glued down. I just like, how do you piss off Plick? You give him loot he can't have. That's
mean.
That's his hell right now. Well, you know.
Well, you gave him a shotgun with the flamethrower, and you said he couldn't have it. So yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Oh yeah.
Zawarudo, it is your turn.
Great, excellent. Definitely not at all horrified as to what's going on here. I'm going to gain 4 temporary hit points. First off, let me just get that out of the way. Then I have a question for you that maybe will work or not. Can I force push the gas out of the room?
I will allow you to attempt it.
All right. I'll kind of like, I guess I'm still prone, right? I guess I should probably stand up.
Yeah, you can spend half your movement to stand up. I mean, you can use the force prone too.
Yeah, but I'm going to kind of stand up, like try to close my eyes and focus and like swirl my hands around and try to gather up all this poison gas. And then I want to force push it out of the room.
Okay, I will allow you to try that. Roll a force attack for me. You may use your wisdom or charisma, whatever you choose.
All right.
Is he an airbender? No, he's a Jedi.
It's a universal power, so I'm going to use what's highest. Roll 20 plus 6. 17.
17?
Yes.
With the 17, you are able to swirl, and as you begin the force, your eyes roll into your head backwards, and as eyes half closed, you feel yourself focus, and you allow the energy within you to guide you, to sort of manipulate and show you what to do. As you begin to swirl, the fog, the mist in the room begins to spin and spin and tighten, and it closes briefly into a small, tight, condensed ball around you, and then suddenly flick, and your arms fling outwards. It's banished into almost dewdrops that fall harmlessly to the ground. However, Za, I need you to roll a Constitution save for me.
All right. 20 plus 3. I have a 15.
A what?
15. 1-5.
A 15. So Za, you are able to successfully banish the mist. However, you are going to take in the process 15 points of poison damage. As you were able, you succeeded in the save, but in the process of doing it, you had to draw the mist all into you before flinging it out. As what's left is forced through all of these gaps and holes and cracks. Well, the rest of you are spared, but Za, you will take 15.
Thankfully, I gained 4 tip HP because I'm at 1 life.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So Za, you almost fall to a knee, but you are just haggard and sick. But you have managed to banish the toxic cloud that filled the room.
I cleared the poison, and other people probably won't die from it. I still have 15 feet of movement, so I can move through allied squares, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm gonna Tech and Nax are both down.
Yes.
Okay. Because I think Tech is more likely to have a power that can help Nax, not really knowing what Nax is fully capable of. As I move through Tech's square, I'm going to lean down and touch him with my bonus action, use my final lend aid, and give him 4 hit points. I'm sorry, I believe it's 8 hit points. Let me double check, actually. I need to look just to...
You're fine.
After that vision, I don't think any of us know what Max is capable of.
Hit points equal to guardian level plus wisdom. Okay, yes, so he will gain.
Apparently, he's capable of genocide. So
Stop it.
Not the only one. Tech will gain 8 HP as I move through.
Great.
I'm going to move it to this little corner here and hide, but not actually hide.
Great. Just hunker down. Tektrif, you come back to consciousness as you feel the force knit some of your wounds back together and fill you with some sustaining life. And you have 8 hit points for the moment.
Okay. I'm literally out of everything. I have no powers. I have no channels. I'm at 1 HP. Please, dear God.
This thing is less than half hit points, if that makes you feel better.
Well,
now, I need 30 seconds to use the restroom, so talk amongst yourselves for a moment. But I can still hear you.
Okay.
So I can twin spell heal. I still have an obscene amount of force points. So
yeah, same with tech casting.
Okay, this is good because I seem to have used all of my spells and all of my grenades during poison and fighting.
We have one more test too.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, I still have 1 med pack, so I'll be okay. I can heal myself with that, but that's only going to give me half HP.
A short rest would not be a terrible idea after this area.
Oh, for sure.
I don't get points, but I get that with a short rest, so that would help a lot. Also, I don't know how it will work, but I moved to this square after healing Tech because Nax, if you start you'll be within 5 feet of me when your turn starts, so you'll gain 4 temp HP. I don't know if that'll pick you up or not, but maybe.
I think temporary HP is like an ethereal thing. I don't know if it can.
All right, I'm back.
I don't know, but that was my theory and movement. So
it's not a bad theory.
Yeah.
Theories are never bad until they're practiced.
A game theory.
Thank God for it, because I literally went down to 1 HP.
You want some nachos?
I'm staring at my HP.
Yes.
I haven't even used my favorite ability that this particular torture bot has. So, moving on.
Isn't it?
Saxon /M4. Saxon, you are clinging to this B2 battle droid that is screaming an alarm. You've got a chunk of cables that connect the head to the chassis, the chest part of the chassis, and it is screaming an alarm. You notice that the other surgical droids and battle droids in the room are all turning and looking at you now. They start to abandon their projects and take slow steps measured towards you. You are still clinging. You have an action if you'd like to use it.
I would like to continue ripping out cables from this battle droid.
Great. Roll a strength check with advantage because you have body weight and gravity at this point.
And I'm standing on its head. Okay, that's a natural 1 and a natural 20. Hey! That's a 22 total with a natural 20.
Oh, fantastic. So Saxon, as you rip, you just lean backwards with your feet planted on the chassis and rip. And as you do, the head and pops right off. And you find that you have 2 lumps of cable on this headless droid. And if you pull the right one, the right arm of the droid lifts. And as you pull it up, the right arm lifts and twists, and a homing rocket fires and impacts a wall not far away. And in doing so, you see that you have unintentionally ripped the head off the droid and blown a hole in the wall 20 feet directly ahead of you.
If you've ever seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas and his toothy from ear to ear grin, this is the exact point that Saxon has.
Real quick, I'm very sorry to interrupt.
Great.
I'm very dumb. Force push is an at-will power, so I didn't have to spend points. That's all.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So, Saxon, you have blown a hole in the wall, not far ahead of you.
Can I, as a bonus action, Iron Man the shit out of this super battle droid and like use the legs to walk towards the door, but shoot with her body?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Just a straight intelligence.
Yeah, just a straight intelligence check. D20 plus intelligence.
That's 12 total.
12. So you figured out that by yanking right and left, you're able to make the droid's arms and legs move simultaneously. So as you're yanking and moving, and you make the droid start to kind of run awkwardly, as both arms and legs on the same side move at the same time. You try to kind of twitch them a little bit, and you see a few blaster bolts fire, but you're not able to make any solid contact. But easily, you manage to make the droid run you, almost like your own little mech suit, run you to the hole in the wall. As you come out, the bright sun from the Gentis, the planet Gentis, blinds you for just a minute. And then you hear a thumping sound. And as your eyes adjust to the bright sunlight, you look out and you see on a big rocky open plain. You stand on this almost like this balcony, but you see thousands of Ugnaughts lined in rows like battalions, as if they're out for a military parade or march. Each one has been horridly mangled and modified. They have optic eyes, claws for hands, and they all carry some kind of strange metallic staff. And as one, every single Gentis head swivels, twisting 180 degrees. And you hear in unison, "We are Ugbot. We have come. We will serve." As this horrific chorus of robotic Ugnaught voices chants over and over again, "Kill, kill, kill." As this goes and goes and goes, the world begins to crumble in bits and pieces from the back, coming closer and closer towards you as chunk, 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 chunk begins to fall into blackness. And Saxon, as you see this horrid vision disappear before you, you blink and find yourself sitting in the Undercroft once again, conscious and back in reality.
Ugbots! They're terrible! I hate them! I hate every part of them!
I hate the fact that I said Ugbot. So
if you could have heard, I was muted just to listen, but I went, yes, as the battalion of Ugnaughts, and then they're mangled and Cyborg, no!
Anyway, you're awake again. It's M4's turn.
Seeing Saxon wake up, M4 is going, Master, situations are dire. You are in need of repairs. And he's going to 180-degree turn with the waist and fire 2 more shots. Or fire with the blaster rifle.
Okay, roll an attack.
This bitch, who I can have to click. There we go.
The one in the middle.
Bitch.
Both gain 4
That's a natural 20.
Great, roll a critical. And don't forget, Zod just reminded you to gain 4 temp HP.
Thank you, Zod.
M4 and Saxon, because you're both within 5.
Oh, that's amazing.
Put Zod in the middle and protect him always.
Yeah, always. 4.
4 damage?
No. 4 temporary HP.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, now we rolled crit, so we double the dice. Blaster rifle is a D8 plus 4, so we're gonna roll D8 twice. Sorry, I have to grab a D8.
That's fine. I mean, you could roll it once and double it if you'd want, or you could roll it
7.
twice, whatever you feel.
Oh, I rolled a 7 twice.
D8.
14 plus 4 is 18 energy damage coming at it.
Fantastic. In the process, you managed to blow off one of its arms. As one of the left arm just, and you hear, "Ow." Is that it?
For M4, yes, because he can do nothing as a bonus action currently.
Fantastic. Nax, you are unconscious still?
So the question is with Zaz temp HP that I get at the beginning of every round, that does not bring me back to life, right?
Nope. You gotta be awake.
So then I
roll a death saving throw.
All right, pink die. 6.
What is it?
6.
6. Ooh. Next, you have failed your first death saving throw. As Za and Tektrif are on, are flanking you on the sides. You hear as a little bit of green slides out of what's left of Saxon's, the tip of Saxon's snoot, almost like an unhealthy mucus.
Snoot?
Nax's snoot, yes. Snack snoot. Snack snoot, have poison. Snack sneeze, make poison.
We have a
bubble.
lot of we have a lot of X's in the group.
X's and O's. Tarek, your turn.
And I am conscious, and I can.
You are conscious.
Do stuff, right?
Yes, you are prone, so you have to spend half your movement to stand up.
Is this robot right here in front of me? That's one of the enemies, right?
Yes, that's Poison Gasbot.
Okay. Is he the only one left?
There is one up here in the north feeding tactical information to that droid, which gives him many bonuses. Technically, he has 4 attacks right now.
I would like to force throw the faraway droid at the one that's right in front of me.
Force throw it. Aggressive. Yeah. All right. Roll for it.
Pull that power up. Just one second.
Is it a strength save?
Let me double check for you. Save. I've got it pulled up. Let's see. Yes, target must make a strength saving throw, and it has to beat a 15.
Oh wow! I rolled a natural 1. So yeah, it fails. So you do 2d8s of damage.
You know what? I'll bump it up and give it 3d8s.
It's a second level power. Do you?
Have I can't bump that up yet, right?
Not yet. No, you don't have third level force powers yet.
I was thinking about Christoph.
No, yeah, you guys are the ones that are really sorry.
7.
I'm not sorry.
12. And do I add my force casting modifier to that, or no?
No, not unless it says to.
Lord.
You should know your saves.
Yeah, 2d8 force damage. So I rolled a 5 and a 7. So
great.
12.
So as you reach back with the force and push, the droid in the back flies backwards and slams into the wall, and you hear a as the hologram surrounding this small remote-sized droid vanishes. And you see that this tiny circular hovering droid that created the hologram of another tortured droid has shattered and broken. You have destroyed its probe. Yeah, I used the mirror image tech power, and it creates mirror images, small holograms. And so that one is destroyed, which means that the other one loses its tactical advantage. It's back to 3 attacks instead of 4.
Great. I will, as a part of that, I'm going to go ahead and activate my gravity well. So that's...
Yep.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been active from before, right? Because I went unconscious. Got it. Okay, then I think that's all I can do.
Fantastic. M3, it's your turn.
Yeah, reckless big knife. 14.
14 does hit. Now that the tactical advantage has been lost.
Yay, I will re-roll my d10. 1 d10. for 10, so that's much better. So 18 points of kinetic.
M3, how do you want to do it?
Nice.
Oh yeah, I just want to like golf swing his head away.
Fantastic. With big knife, M3 just as the head just sling, and with a little bit of upstroke that M3 gave it, the coup de grace, one could say, the head flies, and as it flies, for just a second, you hear as the chassis of the bot and falls in 8. You are all out of combat.
I have a question.
Yes.
Heal me before you ask your question.
Yes,
I will cast the at-will power Spare the Dying on Nax.
Oh.
Great.
It only stabilizes you, but it doesn't give you. It doesn't. That's all it does. But it costs no points, and you're not dying anymore.
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and cast twin cast heal.
Great. Go ahead and do all of those things. Tell Nax what he's healing. Spruik is still unconscious, but for a very different reason. So I have to get to Spruik for just a moment. What is Nax healing?
Nax is healing 17 points.
Oh, baby.
Nax, you wake up with a vigor, and somehow the tip of your snoot has slightly regrown. It's not quite the same, but it's there. So
it's only partially makes up.
I guess he kind of repaid the fact. He did heal you for twice as much as he almost killed you for. So
I guess this is what I get for burning Kashyyyk.
Great. Spruik, are you good? Spruik, are you mute?
That's a yes.
All right, so Spruik, if you are talking, we can't hear you. If not, do your thing. Let me know when you're ready. All right. So Spruik will be unconscious for a few moments. We'll finish his force vision in a moment. You all come out of combat, and as you do, holograms in the corners of the room flicker, and you see the image of Elikor Stazalius appear once more.
Congratulations, Acolyte. You have survived the trials of the Sith. Your master will grant you your assignment. Go. Spread chaos and destruction. Bring glory to the Ordu and Cornelial. Congratulations. You are true Sith.
And the image fades. And the doorway to the exit opens, freeing you from the Undercroft.
Is there anything left from the torture bots?
Nothing worth looting. You can check. You can find some scrap parts, probably 150 credits worth of scrap material or of spare parts. But nothing other than that, nothing salvageable. Everything has either been demolished, destroyed, or destroyed beyond repair.
Damn it, Jim 3, we had to keep an antique for what's his fuck back at the damn camp.
Yeah. Watch your voice. I am a Sith graduate now. And
hey, none of us are Sith graduates. Forget that.
I just think the voice said.
I do kind of feel like a Sith graduate now, sadly.
Why did you do something unspeakably evil?
No, I saved a planet from its own destruction.
Yes, I saved mine.
You all fell asleep. Why did you fall asleep again?
I didn't want to fall asleep.
I drank too much.
It's this damn room.
Aye, we should get out of here.
Not before we take a moment. Please.
Saxon's going to cast Colto Dispenser 3rd level. Yes, because we can do that because we have a lot of points.
Sure.
And then we're going to take a short rest. So.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone have any
Are
objection?
you taking a short rest?
No, not here.
Why not?
Not a good idea, lad.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's
Need to get out of here.
Let's get out of the temple.
We've already solved the puzzle.
I don't think we have, lad.
There are rooms we didn't explore in the temple, and I would like to explore them. Just for the sake of completing our map and maybe finding treasures.
Right, just let's just stay here for an hour. Just a space hour. Rethink our strategy. Yes. And recuperate.
I think this is a good idea. I'm going to use my last fine med pack on myself, by the way.
Great. You can maximize that.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. Could I use one of those on me? Cool.
You should each have 2 if you haven't used them.
Well, I've already used 1, and this is my second.
And should be 12.
Cool. That puts me back in max.
Heal 12 plus your con mod twice. So 12 plus double con mod.
Cool.
I'm sorry, my internet is poo.
If we rest, can we at least go upstairs, rest in the room that had the table and stuff, and close this big creepy Sith door?
I'm also okay with that.
Even if it's just for an hour. Safer.
I'm okay with not staying in the creepy murder room, but I would like to rest, at least a small amount.
Is that what you guys want to do?
As long as we can continue our investigation afterwards.
Yeah, agreed. I'm 100% on board for that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Fantastic.
I have 4 healings left with the Colto pack. Anyone like 2d6 of healing?
Yes, please.
How many would you like?
Max
Just 1.
Like 1. That's 1.
You get 6 healing, Dan. And Aaron, you get you get 3 healing. I'll give you 1 more because I have.
No, that's fine. I'm at 20 and 28. And I still have my own Polto back, so that should hopefully give me enough to survive a hit and use my Polto back.
You also have 4 temporary hit points, because I don't think those fade away.
I think they fade away after an hour.
I don't know anything.
But I mean, still, that's not going to help my total health. It just increases my max health.
Right, but it essentially will give you an extra 4 hit points. So if you get hit, it'll take those away first and not your real health.
Right?
Yes,
which
that
is
true. Yeah.
Always great.
I definitely have 4 temporary hit points right now because I'm within 5 feet of myself.
So are we resting here or are we going to somewhere else? Because I'm completely fine resting here.
I think we go upstairs.
Yeah, going upstairs is a better bet.
I should have switched you over to the upstairs map already just for when the rest is over, but we're all taking a short rest.
Yeah, upstairs.
Yeah.
Great.
M4 is going to carry Sprook, and then as we find a place, he will also keep watch while Saxon's going to cast Heal Droid on him at first level.
You have 2 more of those Colto packs?
Yes, 2 more.
Does anybody else need them? I would like 1 more.
No.
Nobody else.
I mean, I've got my own, so.
I mean, I could use 1 more, but I don't want to take it if someone else needs it. So if you do, speak now or forever hold your insides.
I'm good.
Yeah, so Dan, you and I will just take the last 2. You get 6 more, and I'll get 7 more.
Oh yeah. All right.
And
I'm ready to go kill some more spiders. Let's do this.
Right.
Fun facts. Remind me to tell you a fun fact about the crystal spiders at the end tonight. So we're taking a short rest. Go ahead and do your short rest things if you haven't already. It happens pretty unencumbered. Those of you that sleep better than you've actually slept in a long time. It's very restful. You're exhausted from the trials, and as newly fledged Sith, you have a lot to reflect on.
Yes. Can't wait to appease my Sith master, said Saxon in his sleep.
Well, you never know.
So since we're looting, I'm going to, while we're resting, just so you know, I'm going to use Sage Advice because I am proficient in investigation. And
Okay.
I'm going to teach people and advise them on how to investigate so they have to intelligence modifier. So 4 of you will. You have proficiency with investigation. So who doesn't already have proficiency?
Great.
You get it.
Great. So. Oh, hello, dog.
Everybody?
So, Spruik can become proficient in investigation for an hour. Well, I get 4 people. If you're not already proficient, don't worry about it.
Okay. Anything else?
You're good.
Excellent. After an hour of rest under the watchful eyes of M4 and Minor, you all wake up. Nothing appears to have changed. Nothing's different. You've taken a short rest. You're now out of the creepy undercroft and in the main antechamber of this. At one point, some sort of monastery. You have a hallway that extends this direction. And you can look down it and see that there are several doors. There's a doorway here. There's a doorway here. There's a doorway here. The end of the hall is here. And there's another door at the end of the hall. Right there.
Ah, yes. The room that Plick just breezed on by. Love that guy.
So you
what kind could I have installed the shoulder cannon on the short rest?
No, you need a longer rest than that.
All right.
You can attune it on it. Well, I don't think it requires attunement because it's installed, but you need a long rest because it requires integration. So yeah, you need long rest and you need either some good rolls or a mechanic to give you some help.
Sounds good.
I think we got one of those.
Fantastic. All right. We do indeed. So what's first? Which room are we going into first, if any? Or are you just leaving? It's up to you guys.
You said there's 3 rooms?
Yes.
We ought to just do them one at a time, I think, right?
What's behind door number 2?
Door number 2 is... So this is door number 1. This is door number 2. This is door number 3. Those are your doors. Are we going for door number 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Great. Door number 2.
He said it so enthusiastically, we have to say yes.
Door number 2. Is anyone checking for traps or anything? Just waltz it. Who's going in?
Someone should definitely look for traps.
I don't know what checking for traps is, but I'm probably not good at that. But I will volunteer to go into the room since I'm at mostly full health.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Great. Za walks into the room first and nothing happens. Give me a second to reveal the revealing area. Fun facts, door number 1 and 2 lead to the same place. Ha 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 ha.
Ah, you tricky bitch.
Ha 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 ha.
Was there a goat behind door number 3?
Nope.
There was another door.
The
pink goat.
You walk into what appeared to be at one point a communal dining room. It's large, it's spacious. There's dust and crumbs and decayed wood on the floor that could have indicated perhaps tables. There's an iron-worked chandelier that has fallen on the ground and sits in the center of the room. There doesn't appear to be anything abnormal, out of place, but you could investigate. There's also a large door back here in the back of the room.
I'm just gonna go ahead and head to the next door. I kind of look at Zaw like, do you see anything? Because I don't.
I see a door that I want to open.
Let's go check this door out.
Fantastic. Straight
Does
to
there
the
look
Despite-
like any
despite-
old stuff that the foreman guy would like?
What?
Some old relic-y stuff that the foreman guy would like? You know, like some plates.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Great. I have a +0 in investigation, so let's hope we don't drop a fat turd. I have a 12.
A 12. You do find some energy spider excrement piled around the floors, and a few dried egg sacs. Nothing that appears fresh or alive at the moment. But you don't. You don't find anything terribly valuable in the room. You find a few odds and ends that might be interesting to the scientists, to the archaeologists. Some calcified silverware, a few fossilized plates, and things like that. So you can write down that you have 100 credits worth of artifacts. You can call it garbage if you want.
I will put
but you have relatively fair enough.
Fancy garbage, mind you.
Fancy garbage. What's next?
Yeah, despite like everything horrible that's happened to Tech, he's trying to look on the bright side of life, and he's gonna go ahead and pop this door open.
Good for you, Tech.
Great. Tech, roll a dex save for me.
Sure. It's a 15. Do I need to look up modifiers?
I mean, you should just go ahead and tell me what they are.
Well, it's a 1. So, that's a 16.
Great. As you open the door, you hear this sort of like crumbling sound, and you manage to dash back quickly as these almost slightly larger than plate size objects fall from either the ceiling or the wall behind and just onto the ground in front of you. You do not take any damage as these things fall to the ground, and you reveal the next area. I need you to roll a perception check for me very quickly.
Well, yeah, that seems about right. That would be a 8 total.
Great. Let me put you on the map really quickly, because you're going to need it.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So you're right here.
I'll be there near him, because I'm also interested in what's in the room.
Sure.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What a great movie. So we'll put you right there. All right. Great. You don't perceive anything. The things are on the ground. You can do what you want from this point. It seems safe.
All right. Well, I mean, despite thinking that something bad is going to happen, Tekturf, still sunny side, gonna just walk right in, see what's going on.
Great. Place yourself in the room where you would like to be.
I am in the room where I would like to be.
I'm walking behind you, but I'm going to stay near the door.
Fantastic. Give me a second. There's what I'm looking for. Where? How far? Oh, great. Za, roll a perception check since you've actually stepped into the room.
Oh, okay. This is better. I can do this much better than a +0, dude. So I'm probably going to roll poorly because of that. But I have a 16.
Oh, good. As you step into the room, you look at all of the bits of what appeared to be rock and shale that have fallen on the ground that Tekturf very triumphantly dodged away from. And as you look, you notice that they're moving. They're almost these spindly little legs kind of start to creep and crawl before some of them start to flip themselves over. And these creatures, they look almost like alien horseshoe crabs, have started crawling in a storm towards Tektrif, who didn't notice the beady little eyes and 6 to 8 legs on each, these multicolored shells. And Tektrif, you have stepped into the middle of an Orbalisk swarm.
Y'all, I was getting loaded.
Oh, hey, welcome back. We'll get to you
Did you
in
get
a
a
few
good
minutes.
load there, Jacob?
Well, yeah. Oh shit, that thing's huge.
It's a swarm, which is why it's so big.
Gross.
Very gross.
Yes. It is a swarm. So Tektrif, I need you to make a Constitution save.
All right. That's a 5 plus my modifier of 0.
5. Great. And now I have to roll an attack roll. Does a 16 break your armor?
A 16 would not break my armor if I get to use the force shield reaction.
It is a reaction, so I will allow you to do it.
Okay, then it does not break.
Great. So this is how this works. You aren't taking any damage from this, but as you waltzed into the room, several of these insect creatures, as you walk into the room, you feel something kind of tugging at your leg, and then you feel a pinch, and then another pinch, and then a third pinch, almost back to back to back, and you look down, and these creatures, these strange, they vary in size from small to slightly large, have attached themselves. They've bitten and attached themselves into your leg, and they are literally attached to you. You don't take any damage from it, but you can feel them. They're living creatures, and something about them and you can almost see it, as if they are drawn to the force. So I need Za and Tech to just give me you can just pick who goes first between the two of you. We're not going to bother rolling an initiative for this, but you, Tektrif, at the moment have been have some Orbalisks attached to you, and we'll see how long they stay attached, and if I have to explain how that works to you.
Yeah, I think Zaw, maybe you can just clean up if I screw this up, but I think I can get rid of them quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll defer to you since you're actively being bit by them.
I appreciate that. Would there be any sort of danger to me just like shocking them?
You can find out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. Wait. Okay, here's a question. As a swarm, do I target them as a swarm or an individual?
You can target them as a swarm. You can target the swarm as a whole. It counts as essentially one large creature. It has like its own statistic block and everything.
All right, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm trying to remember if there's some sort of downside to twinned power, because it seems like I can just do it aside from the additional cost.
Well, that would be the downside.
Okay, then I'm going to twin cast shock.
Great. Roll your attack.
All right, first attack and second. So great. So that's a 10 for the first attack and a 14, 15, 16 for the second.
16. The 16 hits.
Okay, hold
you guys
on.
Hear me?
Yeah, it's for 1d10 lightning damage. That's not enough. 4 damage.
4 damage. Lucky for you, these creatures are vulnerable to lightning. And so with the easy casting of lightning, you manage to eradicate the entire swarm, except for the 3 that are attached to your legs. You can feel the life in them still. They are attached and nestled into your flesh quite comfortably. You can see them sort of attached to your leg, but you can't. Their mouths have sort of lashed to your skin. The rest of them are dead, though.
Zaw?
Can I walk up with my saber and try to like slice them off?
Sure. How are you trying to slice them off? Are you trying to like sever them near the skin, or are you just trying to like slice one?
I guess as close as I can get to the skin without injuring Tech.
Sure. Roll an attack with disadvantage for me.
Okay.
Actually, no, just roll an attack. They can't really dodge, and
Tech, be still.
There it is. Just roll a regular attack with your Shoto Saber.
This will not end poorly at all. I love this.
Tech loses another leg.
Ooh, the Shoto Saber +8. I have a 19.
A 19. You manage to just near the tip of the creature, where the creature begins and the leg begins. You manage to slide your blade down, and as soon as you impact the creature, your blade stops, and you push.
Ooh, that's fancy.
And you push, and as soon as you start to push with more force, Tektrif, you feel an incredible jolt of pain through your body, as if every nerve in your body twitches, and you're going to take 5 points of psychic damage. And the creature is not severed.
Oof, okay. Well, gain 4 temporary hit points. Oh, wait, because I'm within 5 feet of you now that I've stepped up to slice them off.
Yes, so you will net 1 point of psychic damage, Tektrif.
Excellent.
I can't seem to cut this thing off of you.
This has been a tough temple for Tektrif.
Hey, he's having a tough day.
I've had a couple of bad minutes in here.
This has been tough.
Do they get a turn, or can I figure out something else to do?
You are not in combat right now.
Can I try and pull them out of my skin?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because they're attached to you.
Okay.
But as you reach with the force and attempt to pull, the same thing as you pull, you can see where the mouths are impacted in the skin, and as you pull, you feel as if all of your nerves just scream in pain, and you're going to take 5 more psychic damage.
Okay, if I keep doing this, I'm going to die.
Okay, can I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. I'll walk up, or I guess I'm already next to him. I'm going to kind of like put my hand around, like, I don't know if you've ever popped a tick out. I'm sure some of you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oddly enough, Josh, after you showed my character his worst nightmare, I'm currently living my worst nightmare. Like, fucking of all time. This is really bad.
I'll kind of put my hand around where the thing is latched in, give it like a pinch to hold, and use one of my Lind aids to heal him for 8 points, and see if I can get out of him.
Sure. So as you cast, you pinch one of the smaller ones with the hand kind of on its back. You tighten it on the skin, not quite enough to make it react, but as you use the force to try to knit the skin and force the creature out, the skin immediately around the mouth of the orbalisk dead force, but you cannot seem to heal it. You're prodding with the force. There's some kind of secretion from the creature that just around the edges of the wound manage to dispel or deaden the force before it hits it.
Well, you're boned. Maybe we should see if anyone else knows anything about these things, because I don't think I do.
Are we all up there with you right now?
Can I just try shocking them all?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm done with this. I don't want this to be what's life anymore.
Roll your shock damage.
Shock everything.
Roll your shock damage.
I'm going to take a big step back so I don't get electrocuted.
3 damage.
Tektra, you take 3 shock damage and 5 psychic damage.
Oh gosh.
Okay. What?
Has anybody got any Vaseline?
Hold on. Are they all on my one leg? Because I'm about to just cut the leg off.
Don't do it.
You've got
Kids on the leg.
Oh, please.
You've got 3 on your right leg. They're all below the knee.
Okay, so they keep doing psychic damage to me. Well, okay, I'm going to twin.
They keep doing psychic damage when you try to remove or hurt them.
Okay, then
otherwise, you can barely tell that they're there.
All right, I'm going to twin cast heal on myself.
Okay.
I heal 13 points. Do they react to that?
They do not.
Can I ask them to get off of me?
You can ask them. They don't understand basic.
Do I have any stupid magic that's gonna do anything? This is obnoxious.
Oh man.
I'm gonna cut my leg off.
Don't do that.
Are you serious?
No. Would they? God damn it! This is. I'm gonna cast phase walk on myself and walk out of the room using phase walk.
As you cast phase walk, the orbalisks phase with you.
Of course they do.
Just for the sake of some time, I will tell you that if you don't hurt them, they won't hurt you. You can remove them, but it will not be by anything that you can do in this moment. You will have to find out how to remove them.
Tech has space crabs.
It's less of an irritant. You can't really tell that they're there. This is one of those things where it's kind of like a curse, but it has an upside. I'm not going to spoil it for you until you figure it out. You can, if you would like, cut off your leg. That would do the trick. But if you don't hurt them, they don't hurt you.
Okay. So here's the problem. I, as a player, fucking really hate this. But Tektra would not want if they're not doing anything wrong, then there's no reason for them to die. So Tektra, being a space hippie, would not. I guess they're just on my leg. Okay, well, Zaw,
this really bothered Brentley. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that this was like an actual thing for you,
dude. Seriously, like I would take so many horrible things over, like ticks and stuff like that, or just the scarabs from Mummy. That kind of shit is just the worst to me.
Well, they're not fully under your skin. Their shells are like their outer carapace is outside of your skin.
Yeah, so I can see their little flickering legs and their giant bodies. Yeah, that's worse.
Well, they're not that big. I mean, they cover the 3 of them almost cover fully your leg from the knee down. So your shin is covered, and you did notice that they are resistant to lightsaber damage. Like lightsabers cannot cut them.
That could come in handy. Somebody attacks your leg, they hit one of the bugs instead. Boom, you're safe.
Yeah, and then it deals me psychic damage.
To be particular, if you try to kill or remove them, you will take psychic damage. If someone shoots them or stabs at them, their shell is incredibly durable.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like kick my leg up on some shitty piece of debris and stare at it for a second and see the force moving through these 3 bug things. I'm just gonna say, okay, we're just gonna be friends for now. Don't move or do anything weird.
I think Beck will know what to do.
We totally forgot about Beck.
We'll take you to we get out of here.
He's currently seeing how many space Cheerios he can balance on Porter's nose without waking Porter up. So that's what Beck's doing right now.
Oh, wait, he came with us? He's at the ship?
Yeah, he was in your med bay.
Oh, I thought he just installed the med bay and stayed on the station.
Oh
Even
no,
better, yeah.
he is on the ship.
Okay, well, once we finish up in here, Tech, since it doesn't seem like they're harming you, why don't we continue mapping this place out? And then when we're done and get back to the ship, we'll see if Dr. Beck can help you out.
What the hell is on your leg? Are we cutting the leg off?
I think we should. You can have the leg. I'll take the hand.
No amputation, please.
Do you need help removing them?
That.
I think that'll do more harm than good. For now, we should.
You don't know that.
Well, I tried, and it seemed like he was in pain because of it. So
yeah, for now they're just going to be there.
I think the best course. Let's finish what we came here to do. Get back to the ship.
They might lay eggs.
And get back.
That's cool. Let's go.
Great. Tech is super fine with it. Inside of the room, this is obviously some sort of pantry or larder. You find another 50 credits worth of artifacts, some bits of decayed fabric, a few other things. You also find buried in the dust in the back of the room this slightly smaller than a plate size disc. It's made out of some very thick, heavy metal that is apparently resistant to corrosion. It seems it's dusty, but it's not rusted. It's not fossilized. And I will send images of it. There are pictures. There is the image of 3 people on the front of the disc, one with a beard and a hat. On his left is a woman who has an owl on her shoulder. On the right is a man with his hand in a fist. As you flip it over and look at the back, you see a series of circles and dots, a hand with a fist, an opened palm, and a sideways turned hand, or more like that. You can see the pictures in the group chat of this object that you find.
I saw this just earlier today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I finished. I watched the finale of Rebels.
Oh, yes, you did then. Yes, you did.
I wrote down non-rusty family disc in my custom items.
Right. It is not rusty. Dusty. Did you say dusty?
Non-rusty family disc.
Perfect. You're unsure what it is or what it does, but the Force sensitives can feel resonance from this.
Does this feel to me at all like the Codex might?
It sure does. The energy is almost the same.
Cool.
Faded on the disc, but the same.
I'm gonna slip it into my bag after I show everybody.
Great. Warudo has the family disc.
I'm gonna put it in my bag with my 150 credits of quote unquote artifacts.
Excellent.
It seriously looks like rock, paper, scissors.
It does, doesn't it?
Totally not important. Totally not a thing. Just a disc with pictures.
That's why it feels.
Do I see him pick that up?
I don't know. Do you?
I show it to you. You know more about
we should look at that when we're back on the ship. Maybe we don't sell that one.
No, it feels something feels off about it. I don't know. I want to know more about it.
Agreed.
Will history check on that thing?
Sure.
History.
I don't know diddly about Force stuff.
I shared it with the recording, by the way.
Saxon's gonna take one of the things out from his belt and stab it into himself for a temporary boost, for a D4 added.
Great. You stim pack yourself for a boost.
Yes. And then I need a D4. Fuck. Hut. That's a 2 plus a 17 plus a 5, so that's 24 total.
24. You can tell that it is way older than anything you've ever encountered. It's older than this temple. You couldn't guess. It's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years old.
Awesome.
So that's really all the history you can glean from it.
Old, very old, older than you. would fetch a nice price.
I think we should hold on to it, lad.
This unit agrees. We need cash bad.
We do need cash bad. I agree with that.
Well, let's finish mapping out this temple, and then we'll go get paid, and then we'll go back to the ship and we'll cure Tech's space crabs, and maybe, well, how far away is? Because we still have a bounty to go for some sort of fire seeds. I don't remember what they're called.
Yes.
I can't remember names.
That's on a different.
That is on a different planet.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm presuming we're done on this planet once we finish mapping the temple, having survived our trials and all that.
We still have Ornithal to kill, and Porter.
I don't think we're.
And Porter.
I don't think there's killing. Why are we killing? There should no killing. No need for killing.
Threat elimination.
I don't know how long we've been on this planet, but I suspect that the Empire is still at the station, so we should spend our time out in space getting as much done as we can. So I submit that we hyperspace travel to wherever the next planet is that has these fire seeds. And
Agreed.
as well. And then we get back and we turn in all our bounties at once.
Yes. There's a third room, right, Josh?
There are a few other rooms. I need Tech Triff, Zawarudo. I need the Force Sensitives to roll a perception check, please. And everyone else.
I rolled a 1.
Roll 1. Great. You're arguing about Family Disc.
24.
What is it?
So what do we use?
Perception check.
Perception.
Plus 6 to my perception.
Zah is a perceptive motherfucker.
Plus 6.
M3 is trying to plot ways to kill Ornithal. He's currently drawing in the dirt his plans, and it's a stick figure that's a little fat like Ornithal, and then it's a sword that he's just chopping its head off with.
So in a pro.
Right,
Tech rolled a 9.
Oh,
Tech is really, really fucking worried about these bugs,
a
man.
19 for Nax, a 19 for Nax, and a 14 for Spook.
Great. Anyone that rolled a 16 or higher, if you're a Force sensitive, you feel a quick burst of angry energy from the surface nearby, something like a short scream.
Oh.
If you are, did any of the organics or bots that are not Force sensitive roll well enough to sense that?
I rolled
I did not
Nax
roll
rolled
higher
a
than
19, so I think so.
Nax rolled a 19. Nax, your comlink flickers on for a second, and you hear this like, God's help! Oh God, help me! And then it cuts off in static.
Guys, who was that?
I don't know. I heard it too.
I think we need to go help. Feeling very guilty for his actions in this region.
do we have to? He's
Well,
not paying us.
It sounds like Ornithal's in trouble. We should finish the job.
I think since he's the one that's going to pay us, we should probably go make sure he doesn't die.
Aye.
That was Churchill.
It did
Well,
sound like Churchill.
One of them is going to pay us, so we should go make sure one of them survives.
Yeah,
He's
we
right.
should probably
run
go.
up there.
All right, one survivor. Got it.
I mean, let's go.
And then we can always
Survivor.
come back down and look at the last 3 rooms.
Fine.
So are
Oh,
we?
map the thing, Saxon.
You can send the droids to finish mapping while you all leave them if you want, because Churchill did send you little robots to map.
Oh yeah, let's
which
do that.
will
Hey, Josh.
reveal the hidden areas. Yes, Spruik.
Can we run through Sprook's thing real fast before?
Yes.
Or did I miss all
No.
that? Did I miss
No,
out
no,
on
no,
that?
No, I held that for you because it's a fun moment. So Spruik, you've been M4 is carrying you around in your dream state. We last left it with you having shouldered the storm or the Imperial officer to the ground. As you charged, you heard a blaster shot. You've got the trooper or the Imperial by the neck, pinned on the ground. He's going to attempt to raise his blaster and point it at you. I need you to roll a strength or dexterity save. Or I guess
strength
Aaron,
would be
right. I
ideal.
gave you the option, so I figured you'd pick that one. But options.
Let's just go. You got this, Frook. We believe in you.
Like strength
Aaron's,
roll?
Yes, a strength roll.
Oh, okay.
I had to say,
Oh,
Aaron says
natural
this
20.
as, oh shit, great. So as he attempts to pin to the ground, he attempts to raise his blaster pistol to aim it at your head. You grab the pistol with one hand on his neck and the other on his wrist. You just and beat him bloody with his own blaster pistol while it is still in his hand. You literally stop hitting him to death.
Fair.
As you finish roaring in Wookiee rage, you hear a moan of grief, of pain. You look over and your father is cradling your mother, her head scored in carbon as a blaster bolt had taken her in the temple, killing her before you were able to complete your charge.
So Spruik seeing that, knowing that's not actually how this all went down anyway, he's just going to go ahead and like kneel and think.
Okay. Currently, Spruik is not 100% sure if this is real or not. It feels really real, man. I like it. You know, we're getting there. We're figuring it out, but it feels really real. But as you kneel and think, you hear a voice behind you say, "We all make sacrifices, Wookiee. The good and the bad. Evil is just what you choose for it to be." When you turn and look, you see a figure in black armor, a thin cape that drags to the ground, the Imperial insignia emblazoned, a black, almost like bucket helmet with a red visor. In his hand, he carries a lightsaber backwards with the blade extending down. It's turned up so that as he holds it in this backwards form, the blade points up with the bottom of the hilt pointed to the ground. He turns, bearing the blade across like this in a guarding position, and he says, "We get to decide what evil is. Victors choose how history is portrayed." And then he charges, bringing his lightsaber in a slash like this. You have a moment to react.
Do I recognize him?
Nope. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You do. This is the same person that you have seen in the visions of Krook being tortured.
Yeah, Spruik doesn't anymore really know what the fuck's going on. He's just gonna really fight that urge to knock the Jesus out of that guy.
Great.
And just roll with whatever's happening.
Great. As he comes in with this slash, he flicks his wrist sideways. And instead of hitting you, the blade pierces the back of your father. And you hear a cry. As the vision fades, you wake up in M4's arms, no longer in the Undercroft. But the droid M4 is carrying you as you awaken from your spiritual quest.
You are conscience.
Oh,
Yes.
Spruik's big mad. You better put him down.
Understood. And M4 is just going to drop and get away as far as possible.
Oh, good. You're awake. You took the longest. That's weird. Usually you're the strongest organic.
Spruik's not going to respond to that. And
more than sleepyhead.
Yeah, talk to Tarek, figure out where we're going, because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Oh, those nerds upstairs are being murdered.
As soon as you get the burst from the comlink and the dark energy, Spruik awakens. It happens almost at the same time. You feel screams, a small scream, not like a planet dying, but like someone nearby dying or being hurt, and then silence. Dark energy surrounds the air above you. Are we going outside? Are we crawling out of the
That sounds
temple?
like we're going outside.
Great.
Everybody's excited.
As you send your the droids off to monitor to map out the temple so that you have the details should you want them later. As you crawl out, there's a fog that fills the small clearing where the tent was. As you come up into the fresh air, the sun is just rising. You've been in the temple through the night. More time has passed than you thought. As the fog slowly begins to clear, you see the hut, the archaeologist's hut in the distance. Just in between you and the hut, in the dirt, you see 3 figures lay on their back prone. Turchol Ornithal, and the other archaeologist's name, who escapes me for the moment. Hold on, I have it. Beta. All 3 lay on their backs, wrists lifted up on the ground, hands almost connected in some strange shape, feet outwards like a star. They have been sundered from the chest to the waist. Their hearts have been removed, and a strange image has been painted in the dirt and sand and blood. In the center, you see wisps of green smoke as it trails and fades into the air, and a man kneels there in between. As the dark energy fades and is drawn in, Tech Triff, you in the Force see blinding dark side power, lit almost as a sun near supernova, as it pulls and condenses into a single shape. The figure stands, and you recognize the body. A clone trooper, a familiar clone trooper.
Oh, God.
One who used to be your friend, now covered with long lines, strange tattoos crisscross and weave their way across his flesh. His hair has fallen out, and 2 lines, tattoos, from the top of his forehead down across his eyes as they are bright and gold, and you hear a breath as it... Hello, friends. I feel better. And that's where we'll end tonight.
God damn it.
What the fuck?
I feel slightly responsible for this.
You should feel
Slightly?
fully
You feel slightly responsible?
You feel an imminent threat of a Wookiee paw in the back of your head.
Now is clearly not the time. Maybe later, but
So Nax is always up for making friends with anyone, but he was feeling a little bit weird about this one, guys.
How are we supposed to get paid?
I know we're all fucked up now.
Oh.
We did all
Man.
that shit for
We're
nothing.
so bad. We are so bad at this.
True.
I think you guys are wonderful at
We
this.
can't do a single job right.
I am somehow missing parts of my body and also have larger parts added to my body.
Yeah, you've got a thing.
That was a laugh.
Oh man,
Goodness.
this is good. This is a good time. Listen, you picked this planet. All right, you all picked this bounty.
Yeah, we didn't know what's this is gonna come and like fuck our shit up.
Who, Bane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we can't fight him, but guys, what do we got? We
Well,
got nothing.
I mean, slight problem there because Tektrif is going to immediately fling his lightsaber at him.
Yeah, that's fine. You got space herpes.
He called us friend, so maybe we try not to fight right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I will
Genuinely,
say-
I love him, so there, I don't see a problem.
I will say, Tektrif, you have seen this amount of Force energy brought to bear once before, and only by Jedi Master Yoda, in the middle of fighting a battle in the Clone Wars. So you have not seen this level of Force energy since Master Yoda unleashed hit some of his potential, if not his full potential, in front of you once.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a great chance that we're just gonna get destroyed.
Oh yeah, we did.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna kill us because again, he called us friend. I think
like 3 of us passed the Sith test, so
Yeah, Sith test. We're Sith guys.
Sith test. That does. Not excited about this.
You all passed the visions. There was no fail scenario to these visions. It was just here's a moment I tried to make.
You just wanted to see what we would do, you weirdo.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I presented you with a scenario that I attempted to make semi-personal, based off what I knew, and then except for M3, I know he just wanted to kill things.
Yeah.
That was his. Yeah, that was his.
And collect body parts.
Oh yeah, Tech. We gotta talk about the hand.
I